and welcome back to my YouTube channel, First Lady of All Trades. And today we're back in the kitchen again. We're doing another recipe that I absolutely love. And we know, as you know me, if you've been following me, you know we do plant-based recipes. So we're going to do another vegan recipe, and this is vegan Mediterranean spaghetti, which is amazing. I tried this at a restaurant and I fell in love with it. It was so amazing. The only thing I didn't like about it in the restaurant is that it was loaded with sodium, because in the restaurants they use processed pasta sauce, which has a lot of sodium in it already, and then they add all the other ingredients, which ups the sodium well over 2,000, 3,000, sometimes 4,000 grams of sodium. And it's pretty good to, it's pretty safe to stay within 1,200 milligrams of sodium, which is equivalent to about maybe 2 teaspoons. So that's why it's good to make it fresh and cook it yourself at home. You can monitor your diet, you can monitor your sodium intake and all those things. Okay, we're doing Mediterranean pasta today, and I'm going to tell you all the things that you need to get started, all your ingredients. We're going to tell you all the things that you need to get started. You're going to need 2/3 of a tablespoon of olive oil. Okay, we're going to use 2 cloves of garlic, minced, cut finely. Okay, we're going to use 2 cups of cherry tomatoes, and what I did, I took the cherry tomatoes and I cut them in halves. You can see they're cut in halves. All right, cherry tomatoes. And then we're going to need 2 tablespoons of capers, and make sure that they're brined picked capers. And this is why we're not going to need sodium, because this has enough sodium in it. It's a nice amount of sodium in it, but it's per 2 tablespoons. You're not going to eat 2 tablespoons in the whole recipe, okay? And then we're going to need 1/4 of a cup of olives. These are black olives that's chopped. You can use whole ones too, those work well. You can use the green olives as well, but I'm going to use the black ones today, okay? And then we're going to use 2 tablespoons, I'm sorry, of oregano. All right, we're going to use 2 tablespoons of maple, and then we're going to use also 2 tablespoons of basil. I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, and this has low sodium as well. It's only 30 grams of milligrams of sodium in a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of this. And then we also have some fresh basil for our toppings. All right, okay. And also we have spaghetti, because you're gonna need your spaghetti noodles, and this is what we're going to put our pasta on. So we're gonna go over to the stove quickly, and I'm going to show you when to get started. All right, so as you can see, if you zoom in closely, I've already started the water for my pasta, okay? Because you want to get that started before you start cooking, because you want those to be ready at the same time that your sauce is ready. So we're going to put in about 2 cups of noodles for our pasta, okay? Alrighty, you can break them in half if you want, or you can cook them whole, whichever is easy for you. I like turning my noodles and turning them and twisting them, so I like mine whole. My husband is the opposite. He likes his shortened, so sometimes if that's the case, I'll just break it in half and just throw it in there, okay? Alrighty, yeah, throw that in there. There you go. And we're going to stir that around. I got my pasta fork. Stir that around in here. Okay. There you go. And while that is cooking and while it's boiling, and all I did was I just took some water. You don't have to add sodium in this, because you already have sodium in your pasta. All right, you put that in there and let it start boiling again. All right. And now we're going to start working on our sauce while that's cooking. Okay, you're going to turn the oven onto medium heat. Okay. You're going to let that warm up. And the first thing that we're going to do, as we did before, you're going to use your olive oil. Okay. We're going to put our olive oil in this pot. All right, we started with that. And we're going to let that warm up. Okay. Let it warm up. Because the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cook our garlic. We're going to start with the garlic. If you like more garlic, use as much garlic as you like. I love garlic. Healthy for you. So I use a lot of garlic in a lot of my recipes. Okay? You see how the oil is bubbling? That lets you know that it's warm now. Okay? It's sizzling. You hear the sizzle? Okay, we're going to start cooking that. Okay. And the same thing with that, you're gonna let it cook, but you don't want it to get too brown because you don't want to burn it. You don't want to burn your garlic because it gets really bitter. Okay, while that's cooking, then we're gonna put in our capers. Let this start to cook. That smells so good. That smells amazing. Okay, then we're gonna put in our olives. Okay. That smells so good. If we had smell TV, you guys would you would absolutely love it. This is amazing. It smells so good. It smells like the whole house. It smells like goodness. Okay? And then you're going to put in, after that cook, let it cook just for a couple of minutes, because again, you don't want to burn your garlic. And after that cooks for a couple of minutes, then you're going to put in your tomatoes. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? There's nothing like fresh cooking, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables. Okay, and the same with this, you're going to just let it cook. Okay, you're going to let this cook for about 15 minutes. You're going to do the same as we did with our other, those of you who didn't watch the first video I did with the soup, the same thing. You're going to let this cook for about 15 minutes. I did another video if you want to know where that, if you want to see that first video, you can just click. I'll have the link at the bottom down there for you guys. Okay. You're going to let that cook. And you want it to cook until the tomatoes start to break down. Okay? It depends on how you like it. So if you like it a little bit crunchy or a little bit firmer, you can put your seasons in it and really stop here and put this on top of your pasta. But if you like it a little bit, your tomatoes a little bit softer, we're going to let it cook for about 15 minutes, okay? Let it cook for about 15 minutes. All right. So we're going to put the top on this. We're going to let it cook for about 15 minutes, and we're going to be back, and I'm going to show you how to finish this. We're back at our stove, and now I'm ready to finish up the pasta. Okay, if you come in closer, you can see the consistency. See? You see how beautiful that looks? Look at that, and it smells amazing. So now we're going to finish putting the rest of our seasons. We're going to put in some oregano. Okay. Okay, we're going to put in some basil. Alrighty. We're going to put in some maple syrup for that sweetness. And you don't have to, all these are optional. You know, there's the maple syrup. If you don't like syrup or if yours to be sweet, you can eliminate that. And then we're going to put in, just to make it, if you like it thicker, you see how the consistency, we want to make it a little bit thicker. So I'm going to put a little of this. I got a tablespoon of tomato paste. And I don't put it all in there at one time. I just stir it and just see if this is consistency that I want. And you see how that's thickening up a little bit? Okay, you want the thick sauce on your noodles and your pasta. You see how that's looking? Look at that. See how that's thickening up? See the sauce there? That's pretty good. Okay, just half of that. Yes, sir. And your pasta, believe it or not, this is done. Your pasta is finished. That's all it takes. And as you see here, our noodles are done. Okay. The noodles are done, and you want a consistency. It depends on how you want it. If you want it al dente, where it's a little bit crunchy where you bite into it, you can do that. Want a little bit, and this is perfect for me. Okay, so we're gonna turn that off. Then we're gonna drain our pasta, and then we're gonna plate our dish. We'll be right back. We're getting ready to plate our dish. Our pasta is ready. I drained the pasta, as you can see here. We've drained that out, and I didn't add no butter or no oil or anything to it because again we're doing whole foods or plant-based. So we're not adding any oils or anything or butters or anything like that. We're just doing our plain noodles. I didn't add sodium to this because there's enough sodium in the actual sauce. So you don't need to add sodium to your pasta. So we're gonna plate our dish. So here's our pasta. Alrighty. Make that nice and pretty. Alrighty. Okay. And here's our sauce. You can zoom down on that. Let's get that over here. Okay, this is our sauce here. You see how beautiful that looks? Okay. Put that on top of our. People, this smells so amazing. And then we're going to garnish it with some fresh basil. Okay, this is the finished product. This is your Mediterranean vegan spaghetti. It is amazing. It's quick. It's easy. There's only a few items that you need for your recipe, and you can make it in advance. You can also use it in different ways. You don't have to use pasta. You can use your veggie pasta, such as your veggie zucchini. You can use veggie squash. You can use your cauliflower rice. So many different ways that you can use it. If you don't want to do pasta, you can eliminate that and use all vegetables if you like. This is amazing. You can make it in advance. You can freeze it and pull it out when you need it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this on today. Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. Again, my name is Siobhan Smith, and I'm the First Lady of All Trades, and I'll see you next time.